Welcome back to First Take. Some big names moved prior to the deadline, including the Jets dealing 2 all-pro defenders on Tuesday. The Jaguars and Seahawks each added a wide receiver as well. And then the Eagles added a trio of defensive players, most notable edge rusher Jaelan Phillips from Miami. And so now we have had time to reflect, let it marinate a little bit. RC, which team do you think was the biggest loser after the trade deadline?
Biggest loser. I think I had an answer here. I can't remember it.
Okay.
Someone in your ear should tell you.
I know somebody should tell me who did I pick. Oh, that's who I picked.
I was like, they
remember
told me RC's
I
hot
couldn't
on
remember
this.
it. Yeah, I'm not really hot on it though. But I think the Bills, to me, because of this reason, and here's why I say this: the Bills, first off, Bills Mafia. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I said to myself that the way that this team was playing around Josh Allen, even Josh Allen in his greatness, one of the top 3 players in the world, couldn't lift them. I lied. So unlike Dan, I was not right. When you see what they were able to do with Milano back, right, with Maxwell Harrison now playing and now healthy at the corner position, the way that Cole Bishop elevated his game, and Joe Brady, especially in the last 2 games, beginning to lean on James Cook the way he did when he initially took over as OC, and the way that Josh was able to distribute, even without those skilled players being out there, they should have made a move. Whether that move was to go out and get another skilled player on the outside that could stretch the field, that could push the field, or, this is my opinion, also an interior defensive lineman, right? When you think about the Buffalo Bills and you tell me how are they or what's going to keep them from winning a Super Bowl, it's going to be you don't have a skilled player outside that can win one-on-one or you can't stop the run. So to me, making a move to shore up one or both of those spots was the move to me that would have elevated them to my clear favorite in the AFC.
Yeah, I love Buffalo. Can I just take 20 seconds? The Milano, this has nothing to do with deadline. There was a play where they blitzed the safety. They sent Xavier Worthy in motion. Milano played the deep third of the field as a cornerback on Xavier Worthy. That's the dumbest thing in the world. So let me nerd out for 10 seconds. My team that's the biggest loser, I'd say the Miami Dolphins. You're going nowhere right now. This team is devoid of talent. We've already fired the general manager. You had multiple people that teams wanted on their roster. Jalen Waddle, I would have moved Waddle. Really good player, I would have moved Waddle for more picks. Bradley Chubb, really good player. I would have moved Bradley Chubb for the future. Minkah Fitzpatrick, I would have moved Minkah Fitzpatrick for the future. This team is not 2026 away. This team is so behind when it comes to the top 6 or 7 teams of NFL talent on their roster. They are a team that absolutely unequivocally needs picks and younger talent. I think the Miami Dolphins only moving Jaelan Phillips is a mistake.
So the Miami Dolphins been more like the Jets, in your opinion?
I will, yes.
Because the Jets moved off from 2 very young, talented, proven players because they understood the roster wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I understand the Jets got a lot. Go ahead, Stephen A.
I disagree with you about Miami because they're so god-awful. Everything needs to be purged. And you need an entire offseason to do that. Yeah, you can unload players or whatever, but you really, they could unload 80% of their roster. Because it's an organizational issue with them. The owner needs to fire himself. The owner needs to be gone. You already got rid of the GM. The coach needs to be gone. Everybody needs to be gone, okay? Maybe not the cheerleaders, but that's about it, okay? Everybody else needs to be gone. So let's get that out the way, okay? So now we get to what my answer would be, and it would be, I know you're not looking at me, RC, like that, considering how relationships are an analogy you always bring up with the nerve.
Cheerleaders.
But anyway, I would say to you, the Buffalo Bills are the answer to this question because of the 2 things that RC mentioned. You got to be able to stop the run, obviously, if you're going to win in the playoffs. And definitely, you need some assistance if you are Josh Allen. Another pass catcher would have been nice. To see Buffalo, to purview the landscape that is the AFC, and to see Kansas City still relevant, to see the Chargers relevant, to see the Broncos ahead of the AFC West, to see Indianapolis and what they've been doing, to know that Baltimore, you can't rule out the possibility that they could resurrect themselves over the second half of the season. To see New England right within your own division, who has already beaten you, being relevant and present and above you in the standings, to not do anything, I think that Buffalo definitely dropped the ball in that regard. That would be my answer to this question.
Brandon Beane said he ain't playing 2K or Madden. Yeah, he like, this ain't no video game. It's life.
Hey, man.
It is life. I would agree. The Buffaloes are playing for something. The Bills. The Buffaloes? The Bills. The Eagles appear to be the team, though, to beat in the NFC, but have a ton of teams chasing them on their heels. Does the road through the conference still run through Philadelphia? Someone here says, I don't know, not so fast. So take a line from Lee Corso. More First Take coming up next. Hello.